Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. As you can see, I'm working on some 6x8 pages here. These photos are from my day trip to Winona in May of 2021, so I'm continuing to work on those. And these are a little interesting because normally when I visit churches to look at the architecture and the stained glass and all of that, you don't see purple, pink, or turquoise as colors, generally speaking. I mean, maybe a little in the glass and that's it. But look at this. There was turquoise or aqua here around a lot of the archways, which I didn't expect. And some of these windows are extremely bright with the colors they have. I mean, look at the purple, the lavender in this one. I love it, don't get me wrong. It's just these are not colors I'm quite used to seeing in this context. So my hope is that for these, I'm going to use this aqua color to bring it all together because it does appear everywhere. The purple does a little, but not as much. And so I just think that's probably the smarter way to go. So I need to think about the embellishments I'm going to use. I don't have a card for over here. I don't have a background for here. So I have a lot of work in front of me, but I think it's going to be fun. Well, I have picked out my card for over here, and it's actually purple. I decided to go more with the lavender because when I was thinking about it, if I'm going to use a lot of turquoise in the embellishments and things, then I can't also have a turquoise card or an aqua card. That would probably be too much in one color. So I think I'm going to use this one, and then it allows me to still embellish it. Over here, though, is a little bit more of a challenge. I could also, I realize, go with a yellow because I've got it here, up in this window, and in the back it's got gold. That is an option, but I would want it to be very pale. I don't want too many bright colors happening here. So I'm just not sure what I'm going to do in the background. But again, I need to leave room where I can use some of the aqua and turquoise type embellishments to bring it all together. So I'll go dig in my stuff and we'll see what happens. So I went into my stash of 6x8 papers that I've gotten in kits that are already cut to 6x8 or that came in a paper pad or whatever. And I just decided to see what do I have in there that might work. And I have found two. The first one is this yellow paper. It does have a pattern, but it's fairly subtle. And when I held up the photo to it, it's not bad. It doesn't look too crazy. And I would probably do some kind of a border, maybe just in white to tone it down a little bit and have a break between the paper and the photo. So I don't think that would be bad. And it certainly looks good with the colors in the windows. It's very, very bright though, much brighter than I anticipated this layout would be. So not sure, but I'm holding it just in case. And then I also have this one, which isn't the same as what's over here, but it's close to what's in that window. Again, subtle pattern, but not too crazy, and it works. I don't think it works as well as the yellow, but again, if I did a white border here, maybe, I think that would definitely help because you can see white coming in, through the windows. So I like both of those. They're very pastel, which isn't what I anticipated. Then I found a third paper, and I don't want to use this as a background because it's too much, but I'm wondering if I can cut it up and embellish with it somehow. But it's this. Look at that. I mean, the color is great, and the fact that it's got these stars, that's perfect for a church here. I'm thinking I should be using it in some way, but I did hold it up together like this, and I think that's way too much. It's too busy of a background for the photo, so that doesn't work. But can I punch out some semicircles or something with this, or fussy cut? I don't know, maybe. I kind of like the idea of it, but for now I need to figure out which of these I want to use as my background. I have decided to go with the yellow. The purple just felt like a little too much next to this purple, but I like the balance here of different colors showing by using both of these. And then when I work in the aqua color, I think it'll all come together nicely. So yellow is the winner. Here you can see what it looks like after I cut down the photo to fit and then put the white borders on there. And I really like that. The white definitely helps. It would have looked strange just to have it flat on the yellow, so I'm glad I did that. And now what I'm going to do is I've decided to cut part of this into a 4x6 that I will just keep, and then the other part of it I'm going to use for embellishments, so then I can punch out of it and maybe rip some edges to use somewhere, I don't know, but that allows me to save some of the paper but still use part of it as well, because I really do like the pattern, so I don't want to totally give it up yet. So I'll save that little piece, and then this is what I can use for embellishing. I've grabbed out some of my circle punches to make some of those. So I have a 2-inch here. So you can see there, I had to write down there 2-inch so I would remember what it was. And then this one I have a 1.5. So I'm going to cut several of those that I can use here, and then I may just put some into my circle stash that I keep as well. So I should be able to get several out of here. That'll be nice. All right, so I have punched out 2 in each size, and I still have a little bit over here where I could cut a pennant if I want, punch a different shape if I want, I don't know, but I'm just going to keep it just in case I want to use it somewhere else. But these, I wouldn't probably use them as full circles, I would use them as half circles. So I can do something like, you know, tuck it under here if it'll fit, and then still cut off some and use the other part. So I'm all about using as much as I can. I don't want to waste anything if I can avoid it. So I'll have to get creative on how I'm going to use these. I've cut 2 of the circles already into parts, and so these are the leftovers I have, and I wanted one bigger one here because this is a bigger space to work with, and then a smaller one here because I needed to fit it in on the side of the window here in this empty space. So I'm pleased with those. And then I think I am going to take probably this one, the smaller, and fussy cut one of the stars, and then I'm going to overlap it up here on the journal card. Then I have a visual triangle of these and something to enhance the card, and I could still add other embellishments, and I may, but at least then I have this working throughout the entire layout. All right, I have a fussy cut out this little star, and let me tell you, fussy cutting is not my favorite. Are you somebody who enjoys that? I just don't. I find it very tedious, but I will do it when I think I need it. So it happened here. Is it perfect? No. But is it done? Yes. That's what's important to me. So I have that. I think I'm actually going to put it right here. I thought about overlapping it, but the way that they did this card with this shifted all the way to the right makes it a little strange to like put that there. I don't like that. So I think I'll just kind of put it over here, hang it out where the journaling will start. And I think that will be fine. All right, so I have those positioned where I want them, and they are adhered. And in looking at this, I feel like I want to do a little bit of gold splattering as well, because yes, I have yellow, but this is actually gold. And so I think I'm just going to use this color from Glimmer Mist, Sunflower it's called, and do a little bit around the edges, maybe try to get just a drop or two on here. I'll have to be very careful in how I cover up the photo to get that on there, but I will do my best. I really should have done it before I attached it, but what are you going to do? Sometimes you make up your mind about things after part of it's done and you go with the flow. I did my splattering on all 3 pieces here. So on this one you can see, there it is. And it's just different enough that it shows up, which I like. It's not totally dry yet, so it'll show better when it's dry. And then here you can see it more because of the purple, but just a little bit there. A little goes a long way. And on this one, I had to be so careful that I got tiny, tiny drops. You can see them. I'm not sure how well they're going to show up once they're dry, so I may have to go back and do a little more. But for now, I'll just leave it and see how it looks when it's dry. You couldn't see it very well, and so I did go back and just add 1 dot right there. And so I think that will be enough with the tiny little other ones that are on there. In these stickers, I have this one that says worth every mile, and it's just the right color for here. And I want to use it up top here, but I have to layer it then because I don't want the aqua on aqua to happen. So I think what I'm going to do is pull out just a blank label that I have maybe in the purple to see if I can bring that together, and then layer this on top. I found this label in my stash of purples, and I must have used the end for something else already, which is great. So I just trimmed out the ends here so it would look appropriate to the style there. And then I'm actually going to cover up part of my little splattering, but that's okay. So I think I'm going to go like that, maybe a little higher. Yeah, probably like that. And then I will just layer this on maybe like so. And it actually leaves me room to stamp in there if I wanted. I could do this too, but then I think they're a little close together. So I'll probably do that. And then I'll decide if I want to add something else. So here you can see this layered. I decided to do what I thought with this one, but then I also added a sticker that just says beautiful and another one with a little star to fill in the space there. And these are from Pretty Little Studio. The line is called Sweet Life, so if you're looking for those, that's who makes them. And I think I'm actually going to do 2 more. Again, to support the visual triangle here and do some layering, I'm going to put one of these right under here where it says here's the story. I will overlap. And then I'm also going to take the little heart right here, I think, and put it right on here somewhere. Here is the layout with everything in the pockets, and I love it. I love the color scheme that I ended up using here. I think it works perfectly, and I just didn't expect all the bright colors, but I'm digging it. And I love how the layering turned out as well. So here is another one finished for Winona. Thanks for watching.